So we're introducing one of Eagle Path's very own Caezar, Underdog Records.
Underdog Music.
Underdog Music. There you go.
Yeah.
What's up, Caezar? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Burn? I'm doing fine. I'm doing great, man. I'm just getting that feeling back, getting that artistic feeling back, getting the interview going, man. I'm having fun, bro.
That's good. That's good.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna ask you some questions about pretty much everything. So, who do you hang around with?
Man, straight up, man, I am kind of like a recluse, bro. I don't really hang with no. I used to do all the hanging out back in school, man. You know, I used to hang with the crews and just to me, it was wasting time, bro. I used to hang out with the gangsters. I used to hang out with the preps. And, you know, really, the only people that come out of it are a few friends, bro. So, I hung out with different crews and stuff. So now I kind of just keep to myself because I've realized how it is. I just got a chosen few friends that you can count on one palm of my hand. So, yeah.
What do you want to accomplish with your music?
I want to reach people, like I said. First and foremost, I want to reach people. I want to build a fan base. And I want to gather people that feel the same way that I feel. I want them to listen to my music and not feel alone. You know, I want them to feel like, hey, you know, I'm not the only one that feels this way. There's somebody out there talking about it. That's my main priority, my main mission, to make people feel like they're not alone and to feel like they're accepted. That's what I want to accomplish with my music.
What projects are you working on right now at the moment?
At the moment, I'm working on, I think it's gonna be called the Unmixtape. That's what I'm working on right now. I got so many songs, like I said, sitting in my computer that it's a mixtape. It's a damn mixtape. So I'm gonna probably come out with a mixtape or two before I jump into my album. So be expecting that. Be on the lookout. I'm probably gonna call it the Unmixtape. But like I said, be on the lookout for a mixtape dropping very, very soon, around the corner. Well, I got into hip hop when I realized that I couldn't sing that much, so I realized that I was able to rap more than sing, and I started seeing like when I was like 5, I saw the Crossroads video, the Bone Thugs and Harmony. I saw like back in '95. I was living in Minnesota. I saw that, and that was like the first exposure that I got to hip hop, and I was like, damn, this is really different. Who are these guys? But I didn't really pick up on hip hop like I said. I would listen to the Backstreet Boys. I would listen to like NSYNC and stuff, and Michael Jackson. And then when I heard Eminem, was like, okay, then that's kind of like I want to pursue that. I want to pursue hip hop. When I started hearing Eminem and Tupac, that was just kind of like, that did it for me. Become a hip hop artist.
What are your studio essentials when you're gonna drop that Hot 16 bar?
Oh shit. Well, you gotta have a comfortable environment, you know, and that's the first thing. And back then, when I was smoking, I had to have a motherfucking, like a fat sack of some doty, you know what I mean? Some blunts, have some brew, you know, just get relaxed and get into the mode, bro.
Get in the zone.
Get in the zone, exactly. You gotta just feel free, and I feel like, you know, the weed and the brew, it just kind of like gets you going, and especially if you want to sing something or you want to rap, freestyle something, you gotta have that. Those are the essentials for me. I'm not smoking right now at the moment, but who's to say that I'm not gonna smoke again? You know what I mean? Fuck it. Go green.
What do you want to accomplish with your music?
I want to reach people, like I said. First and foremost, I want to reach people. I want to build a fan base. And I want to gather people that feel the same way that I feel. I want them to listen to my music and not feel alone. You know, I want them to feel like, hey, you know, I'm not the only one that feels this way. There's somebody out there talking about it. That's my main priority, my main mission, to make people feel like they're not alone and to feel like they're accepted. That's what I want to accomplish with my music.
I got something here. I got something for the people. They got to hear this shit.
Okay, so I started rapping maybe around 14, 15 years old. I'm 28 right now, so that's been like, 14 years trying to do it amateurly, or however you say it, since I was 14, 15. But when I really took it serious, when I was like, man, you know what, I want to take it to the next level, was when I was like 18, 19, so that was like 10 years ago. But really getting into the business, it's been like 6 years trying to do it, trying to make it happen. It's a long process, man. But the more that you do it, the more experience you have, and the more you get to know the game.
So what kind of style music do you do for your fans? Like, what do they like, or what do you feel that they like that you want them to check this out? Yo, check this shit out.
I do more of the hip hop rap style, but for my fans' sake, I can rap over a rock beat, or I could do like a poetic freestyle if that's what it comes down to. But my style is mainly hip hop. You know, I was just rapping my ass off, and then, you know, kind of singing a hook here and there, having some singing in it. You gotta be diverse with it. So hip hop, rap, and maybe rock. That's what I would consider my style.
What would you do if you got a record deal worth $1 million?
Man, first thing I would do is I would probably not probably, but first thing I would do is make sure my mom is set. Buy her a house, buy her a car, make sure that she's good. Also, my dad, I would make sure that he's good. Pay off his terreno or whatever, pay off his land. Make sure that he's good, has a reliable vehicle to work in, since my dad does construction, and buy him all the tools, buy him all everything. Make sure that my mom and my dad are good first and foremost. Then buy me like a house where I could live and nobody can bother me, because shit, it's tough paying the rent and it's messed up living in duplexes. So I would buy myself a house too, with a basement, and have a built-in studio. Buy myself a car, and then invest in something that will keep making revenue, and maybe a restaurant, or maybe open up like a school or something for the public, so they can come and just have fun and use it. You know, maybe the restaurant to eat, come and eat, family environment, or a school if people want to learn music, and, you know, center of the arts type deal. I would that would be like my next thing after taking care of my parents, taking care of me.
I was gonna ask you, so what are your songs about?
My songs are usually about like struggle, pain, you know what I mean? Some shit, some trauma. I can cuss, right? Yeah. Some trauma that somebody's gone through. I want to talk about topics. I want to talk about like situations in society, education, political stuff. It's all wrapped in one. It's all wrapped in one. That's Underdog music.
Hell yeah. Okay, so let's talk about. That sounds pretty good, the volume. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about. You used to work with. Did you ever work with anybody else here in Eagle Pass, like, or collab with anybody in Eagle Pass?
I've probably collabed with a lot of labels. Well, 2 labels that I was working with. To work with those labels to kind of figure out what you really want, and I figured out that what I wanted was to start my own label.
So, did you enjoy working with everybody else when you collab?
Yeah, I did. I really did. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was like one of those it was educational, bro. You get to find yourself. You get to know your collaborator or whoever you're collabing with. You get to know them. You get to know the producer. Like, it was fun. Everything's fun as long as you're having fun. I think everywhere else, not only here, everywhere else, people are just, especially if they're a rapper or artist, they're taking it to that point where, like, there's no unity. Is gonna be all competition. Like, man, I'm gonna shut this dude down, which is good. I got that drive. I got that sportsmanship. Yeah, you gotta have that competition, that competitive mind state. You gotta have that, but don't let that get the best of you. Remember what you're doing it for. Remember that it's for fun, and you're trying to get yourself out there. You're not trying to shut other people down in that way.
Okay, we're gonna ask Caezar, where is he from? Where you from, bro?
I like the way you said that. I'm from, originally I was born in Del Rio, but I grew up here in Eagle Pass, Texas, man. 830. El Aguilón.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Give it down to the 830.
Shout out to the 830, man. 830 and Del Rio too, because they got the same area code. You know, it's all love, man. Maverick County, Valverde County, border town. You know what's up.
Can you bring up something that was really successful in your rap career?
one of the things that I could say right off the top of my head was opening up for Busy Bone when he came down and for the Easter show in Eagle Pass. I was one of the opening acts. I think I was the first one to open, and I felt like, what's the word? I felt like it's like an honor, bro. There we go. It was an honor to open my show, to be the opening act. Even if I was the opening act, it was an honor to do that for Busy Bone, one of the rappers that I looked up to growing up, you know. So that was one of the highest points of my career. And releasing my first mixtape, Caezar, '89, you know what I mean? That's the year I was born. When I pressed that up and I printed that out and I got the package back, I was real happy. That was real, like, a high point in my career.
Okay, Caezar, I'm gonna ask you, what do you feel like when somebody's jamming your music and then you hear them actually singing your song? Like, what do you feel? What does that feel like?
It's a great feeling, bro. It's like an accomplishment. You feel like a weight off your back, that you actually reach somebody. Because that's really what I'm doing it for. My music, I want my music to reach people and kind of like bring them in and grab them and just really like reel them in. And whenever somebody's singing my lyrics or they already know how the song goes, it's a sense of accomplishment for me, and it's also an honor, and it feels great. It's a great feeling, man. Beautiful.
What's in your rotation right now?
Damn, you'd be surprised what's in my rotation, man. And I don't want to sound soft, but I mean, I was jamming Michael Jackson and Prince before I came over here, and I was jamming. Hell yeah, and I was jamming. A lot of people don't know what's up with the Backstreet Boys. I was jamming the Backstreet Boys, and I was just jamming, you know, old school songs from the '90s. You know, I have different tastes in music, man. So we're jamming out Phil Collins, you know, jamming out some of my stuff too. So just throw that on in rotation. Yeah, man. I love music. All kinds of music. It's not just hip hop. It's not just. I listen to the Beatles. I listen to, like I said, Michael Jackson, the Backstreet Boys. You know, Mary J. Blige. I don't know, Aaliyah. I just be listening to all kinds, man, and just try to get inspiration from that.
Any shout outs to your hood, to your homies, to your family?
I want to give a shout out to my mom and dad, you know, for raising me, for having me. I want to give a shout out to Eagle Pass, Texas. I want to give a shout out to everyone out there struggling, you know, trying to make something out of themselves. You know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a way out, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be music. If it's a good job, if it's something that you feel like you need to do, I'll give a shout out to those people that are trying to better themselves. I give a shout out to my homies, you know, my homie Frankie, my homie Gilbert, the childhood friends. I want to give a shout out to my cousins up in Iowa, Julio and Ivan. And, you know, I just, like I said, give a shout out to all the people in Eagle Pass. If you're passionate about something, follow it, and there is a way out. There's a way out.
Gotta get it, push it to the limit, cause this ain't living. Feel it deep in your heart, no more wishing or watching the wheels spinning. Gotta get it, what the fuck are you representing? This song is unapologetic, dedication, motherfuckers call it medic. Gotta get it, push it to the limit, cause this ain't living. Feel it deep in your heart, no more wishing or watching the wheels spinning. Gotta get it, what the fuck are you representing? This song is unapologetic, dedication, motherfuckers call it medic.
Make your bitches ass clap. If you're smoking, don't pass that. I got my own fat sack. Take her home and that's that. Or we can kick it like Van Damme. Can I get a ride? You don't ask that. I'm going straight to where the cash at. Faster than a Trans Am. Flow killer like Anthrax. Cause these ladies looking fantastic. Haters rabies, I'm surpassing. Cause they talking is fascinating. Fasten your seatbelts, I'm navigating. I'm having the feeling that I had with dating. Music is my girl, my heart's palpitating. A great outcome is what I'm calculating. But hey, I'm gone, so congratulate me. Well, I'm still here and I battle aging. Boogie on the floor like back in the 80s. Ride a Lincoln, I don't drive Mercedes. But I do try to drive Miss Daisy. me awfully crazy, that's not a maybe. Work hard, fuck what I have, so fuck you baby, don't keep me waiting. Have you been to one of my concerts lately? Do it solo, even if you hate me. Truth of the matter is I don't need a fucking AT behind me to motivate me. Got your number, I'll call you maybe. Drunk on memories, but they're still not fading. Lord gon' save me, I'm not playing and I'm not failing. Hey,
gotta get it, push it to the limit, cause this ain't living. Feel it deep in your heart, no more wishing or watching the wheels spinning. Gotta get it, what the fuck are you representing? This song is unapologetic, dedication, motherfuckers call a medic. Gotta get it, push it to the limit, cause this ain't living. Feel it deep in your heart, no more wishing or watching the wheels spinning. Gotta get it, what the fuck are you representing? This song is unapologetic, dedication, motherfuckers call a medic. What?
that's right.
Yo, a big shout out to my homie, Lil Hector, from Las Quintas Locas, LQL. You know how it goes, the shit don't stop till the casket drop. Shorty said he wanted to be a thug. Shorty gonna be a thug. That's right, Caezar.
Down, beats.com.